This is the Tallahassee Business Podcast, bringing you engaging conversations with influential members of the community that you need to know. This episode is brought to you by The Health Network. The Health Network is an innovative advertising platform with more than 30 digital monitors and almost a dozen different medical waiting rooms throughout Tallahassee. With a diverse mix of medical practices, The Health Network provides advertisers unmatched visibility to a highly engaged audience while directly connecting with target consumers through static and video ads. To learn how your business can effectively reach over 60,000 patients and guests per month, visit thnadvertising.com.
Well, hello, everybody. This is Sue Dick with the Tallahassee Chamber of Commerce. Very excited today to be with Kyndra Light, current chamber member and CEO of Precision Building and Renovation. Kyndra, thanks for coming in.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Well, this is, you're very welcome. This is exciting to talk about a local company that's really on the cutting edge of trends in the industry. And today, specifically, we're going to talk about 3D printing, but take a little bit step backwards and talk about how you and your husband, James, really got into this. And it all started before the 3D printing side of things with your company that is in commercial and residential renovation and construction. So maybe talk a little bit, if you can, about you, Kyndra. You went to Florida State University.
I did.
And you started a company. Maybe give a little bit of history on you and the company.
Sure. So we started our construction company in 2007, which turned out to be a great time to start a construction company in this country. So we went ahead and decided to jump in and get that going. My passion has always been community development and really education and housing. At the time that we started our company, I was kind of helping as a logistical help. So I would help do the books and arrange appointments and make sure like that the design eye was good and things like that. But truly my passion was in community development. So I was also in my master's program at Florida State University for leadership and policy. And after I completed my master's program at FSU, I went to work at the Oasis Center for Women and Girls. And I was doing work there with single mothers. And I just kept coming against this housing issue. You know, it was every month they were having to move because of eviction notices or utilities were going to get turned off. And the access to affordable housing was a real issue. So I would stay up at night with James talking, and he said, well, we kind of own this construction company, so let's look into it. Let's see what we can do. And we started researching innovation opportunities in construction. And we researched every method we could and just kind of basically landed on 3D printing. And what I thought to be might have been a long shot in the start ended up being something that I'm just really passionate about for a myriad of reasons. And so I ended up leaving the Oasis Center and going to work full-time for Precision Building and Renovating, as well as our new company, Gulf Coast Additive Manufacturing and Design.
Well, so not surprising, most successful CEOs really start from the passion space and build a company. And thankfully, you are here in Tallahassee and with your partner, James. I think for a lot of people, they've heard 3D. They may picture that in their mind as something else than building and construction. Maybe if you can just walk us through what most people might think 3D includes, and then how you've transitioned that into the space that you all are building a company around.
Yeah, sure. So what you might think of when you think of 3D printing is, a desktop printer that sits and makes plastic game pieces or, unique little hooks for doors and things like that. And there's really great applications for that, all the way up to even metal applications in aeronautical and aerospace engineering. The way that we utilize 3D printing in construction is called 3D CP, which is 3D concrete printing. We utilize gantry printers or robotic arm printers to extrude concrete instead of, the plastic material or metal material that you might see. We do that on a large scale. So, for example, a traditional slab will be poured on a build site, and then we print the exterior and interior walls layer by layer. We add in our electrical and plumbing within those, and we have all of the engineering specifications and requirements done, and we create a house with 3D printers. So it's a really, really innovative and exciting technology.
Well, we actually have a home that was constructed here within the city, and maybe talk a little bit about that project. a date that's coming up that individuals can actually see the house and hopefully purchase the home.
Yes.
But just also interesting from a supply chain discussion, or just how in the market space the 3D construction survives when you put it up against maybe traditional construction as well.
Right. So really, when you compare the two, the benefits are just exponential. So 3D printers often operate with 2 to 4 people on their job site. We save about 20% in overall job costs in comparison to stick-built construction. In addition to time, the most recent project that we did, which was the first one here in Florida, that full house was completed in 26 hours of print time, spanned over 9 days. So now we're up to double the print times on those numbers. So it's really exciting to see that we can not only save money, but time in our construction builds.
And this home is obviously in the city limits.
Yes.
Maybe talk a little bit about that if people want to know a little bit more about it.
Yeah, sure. So this home is within the city of Tallahassee. It is certified affordable housing here in the city. And it was built utilizing the city's affordable home builder loan program. So it's a low barrier line of credit that is accessible through the city of Tallahassee for builders to be able to construct homes as infill housing within neighborhoods that are in need of development or redevelopment. So we were really excited to participate in that program. What we did was we purchased an infill lot in Griffin Heights community, and we built a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,440 square foot home there that we will be showcasing to the public very soon.
And you have an open house scheduled for this home?
Yes, so we will be opening to the public on September 30th at 11 a.m. with a ribbon cutting ceremony. And after that, we will have an open house from 11 to 4 p.m. each day on September 30th and then October 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
And if individuals want to find out more or the location, is there a website or a place that they can go?
Yes. So we have the event listed on our Facebook page with Precision Building and Renovating. And you can also go to our website, which is rethinkconstruction.com.
Okay. Do you have other projects slated for within the city limits? I also want to ask you about some of your outer lying areas, your coastal properties. Do you have any other projects currently slated to move forward?
So currently for the city, we do not have any other projects slated. There is one project that is possibly coming to the area in Tallahassee in 2023, and I'll be really excited to make announcements about that when I'm able to. But as far as current projects, we have a coastal project in Panama City Beach that will start in January, and we have a couple other potential projects that we can do as continued infill housing throughout the city, just with our own company.
Well, we've been really impressed with not only the projects you're working on, but the partnerships and the collaboration you're trying to do with our universities within the research space. Maybe talk a little bit about that because there's so much opportunity. And as a chamber, we really want to try and promote the partnership and the opportunities with not only Florida State University, but FAMU, obviously, as well. So maybe let us know where you are on those discussions.
Yeah, so we are actually working with a couple of global print companies out of Europe to ascertain what exactly they're looking for in terms of talent, and being able to work with the universities to create those degree programs, or not even just create, but to improve upon existing degree programs that they already have so that they can be utilized within the 3D printing and construction community. And in addition, we're also reaching out with Tallahassee Community College to look at the trade force programs and certificate training programs that we can offer within this line of the industry as well. So really looking at a very wide spectrum of job opportunities in connection with 3D printing and construction.
Well, you obviously have done your homework and you're really a champion for this industry. And again, love that you're in Tallahassee. And this is what we really try and promote with the excellent companies that are here that choose to stay here. You could really be anywhere. You know, James and the 4 kids would probably rather stay here, I'm sure. But you are very well studied in this. Where do you see future applications going?
So the possibilities are infinite. So I'm very excited about applications for commercial construction. We have a lot of residential examples that are here in the country right now, but there are many applications for commercial construction where, especially in our region, this technology can be utilized to really great advantage. So when we're talking about shelters and schools, and commercial applications for durability and resiliency, given our storm-prone area in the region. Other applications that I'm really excited about include everything from seawalls to infrastructure. So we're talking, you can print sewer pipes as well as park benches, bus stops, retaining walls, sound walls, sea walls. There's a project that's going in New Zealand that is a coral reef reconstruction. So they're actually printing with a bioactive print material that produces or helps to produce coral reefs. So there's some really, really innovative things coming out. And on the material sciences side too, we are looking into geopolymers and hempcrete and a couple of other products that are really environmentally friendly. And that's actually James's expertise. He's really taking the ball and running with it on the industrial sciences side. So it's neat to see him geek out over the different material components that are out there.
Well, and I think it's safe to say this all really did start from your passion for affordable housing. And thank you for your service. You're on our Chamber's Affordable Housing Work Group. Mm-hmm. And I know that'll stay near and dear to your heart with all the years that you've put into this. Maybe as we wrap up here, what would you like the message to be to our listeners, just whether they're business owners or within the community with regards to not only your company, but what you would hope for our community moving forward in this space?
Absolutely. So, as you said, my passion for this technology comes from a real desire to see affordable housing more accessible in our community and across the nation. And I would really encourage our business owners to look at how they might connect with this industry. So you might be in banking, but there's some really great opportunities to connect with the provision of capital for not only projects, but the growth of the industry for research and development. Insurance industries need to look into the underwriting processes for these new homes because we could likely save a lot in insurance dollars because of the durability of the construction project. And liability insurance. Our workers on our job sites are not exposed to nearly as many dangers. So we really need to reinvent the wheel. And that's why we say rethink construction, because there's a lot of avenues and verticals in this industry that could take a look at for more innovative and efficient models of strategic implementation.
Well, Kyndra, thanks for your leadership, both to you and James, on building this company and really looking towards the future. Thank you for being a chamber member. If anybody wants to get in touch with you, what's the best way they can reach you again?
So they can go to our website, which is rethinkconstruction.com.
Kyndra, thanks so much.
And thank you.